Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mind Over Matter with Stasia. In today's video, I'm going to share a concept of how to tap in into that higher vibration or God or higher frequency or the universal collective pool of possibilities, if you want to call it, when you do face any challenges or problems, or you just don't know what you want, and you're in the middle of, or if you're in the middle of making any decisions and you don't know how to act, how do you tap in to that higher power, that consciousness that is actually you, in order to find the best solution possible for a current circumstance? And by now, I'm sure you know that you definitely know who you think you are. You are not that I that you think you are, that persona that you portray yourself to be. And how do we check that we are not that at first before I get into that method? If I ask you, how do you produce your thoughts? What will your answer be? Do you know the shop in your head where those thoughts are getting produced by you? Like, how do you produce them? You will not answer that to me, right? Because you don't know where it is. And if you still want to say, oh, well, my brain, okay, where in the brain? Or if I ask you, do you know your next thought? If you be sincere and honest with me, do you know your next thought? No, you don't know. Neither do I. It just comes as everything else, as the movement of my hand right now while I'm talking, as the speech delivering the content through me, as the rain, as the sky and the clouds, and any other phenomena. It comes as it comes. It's an event. And we don't choose our thoughts. This is what we're given. And scientists were actually, they prove the fact that we do not make our decisions, because before we say I made a decision, or I decided to do so, or I said so, the brain already passed the signal of actually making that decision before the speech came out. So are you your brain? No. Are you your soul? No. You are pure consciousness. But because people are stuck in their I concept, it's really hard for them to face circumstances in life. And at the beginning, I said it's challenges or problems, but I don't want to call them like that, because I don't believe it's challenges or problems, or we're all one, and there is a bigger purpose for everything that is going on. So it's neither good or bad. If we look at it now from our perspective, from our persona, and those lenses that our persona projects into an event, then you could say yes. But if we become whole with the universe, we'll realize that it's neither good or bad. And I can actually give you an example of it. So let's say a kid is dying from cancer, and people go and collect lots of money to help him, right? They put a lot of effort, and they're doing a good deed, correct? At that point of an event, it's a good deed. Okay, so then the kid grows up and kills 100 people, for example. Let's say he's a terrorist. So, was that a good or a bad event? See, it's neither good or bad. It depends on a lot of vital things all together, not just a one event that you're looking at right now. So, with that being said, nothing either good or bad. And the second thing that I want to tell you before I get into that method of how to tap in to the consciousness that helps you to come up with the best decision for whatever you're contemplating about. You should never feel guilty for doing certain things, because you do not produce your thoughts and you do not make your decisions. You are the observer. The only thing that you could be responsible for, and even then, I'm not sure, is your state. How you feel when things happen, how you feel inside. But regardless, your thoughts are your whatever is given to you. There is no one to blame. It is what it is. It's like other species on universe. They have their own way of living, and they have their own programs, and they have their own way of contributing to a food chain, to nature in general. So as other people, when you think someone hurt you, they haven't chosen to hurt you. There is a bigger things than just that one moment that you think you got hurt or a person upset you or whatever that is. You should look past it because your whole consciousness. There is not only one little you and egotistic way of viewing things, there is more than that. So people get stuck in their persona and they view all the circumstances and life in general through that persona that they've created, and they carry along, and they expect something to back it up, that persona, that ego. But life and God, or if you don't believe in God, let's say higher power, it wants you to get to that point where you'll realize you could be anything. You don't have to be just this one little boxed in persona, because you'll get tired of it. Your body will just start being sick. You won't be able to be happy anymore because you're everything there is. You're not only just one that boxed in character that you've created yourself to be, and it only lasts for as long as it lasts. But when something else happens where you have to get out of that character, you feel stuck, you feel upset, you feel hurt. So we want to look at bigger things. We don't want to look through just one boxed in persona and those lenses. We want to look at things as consciousness that we are. So how do we tap into that consciousness when we need to solve a problem, make a decision, and become bigger than a circumstance? And what you do is you calm yourself down. First of all, you calm yourself down and you say to yourself that I am bigger than anything I'm facing right now because I've created it. If I wasn't here, nothing would be that I'm facing right now. I've created this whole universe. So you need to calm down and realize how much power you've got. How much your heart is beating on its own. Your cells are constantly renewing themselves. There are so many organs there working every single second, pumping. And you're not doing that. You're not even breathing. It just happens to you. The speech that I'm delivering to you right now, it just happens to me. The thoughts just come in. There is higher power within you that is bigger than anything you think is in this materialistic world that you're facing. That's one thing. You need to actually realize I have a higher power. I am that power. I've created this whole universe, and this is how your attitude is supposed to be. And the second thing, you move away from your personality, from that boxed in character. And how do you do that? You go away from your thoughts and from your feelings in the back of your head as far as you can and become an observer. Do your best not to get involved in any thoughts and any decisions and any feelings until you feel calm and you're somewhat distracted from whatever it is that you wanted to decide on, problem, this life decision, whatever. Just calm down and realize that, first of all, your higher power, nothing is impossible for you. The second thing, your pure consciousness, and all information and everything that is interconnected is within that consciousness. So me and you are one consciousness. So if you're listening to me right now, we're interconnected, and everyone else around us is interconnected if they come across to your life. So you'll need to calm down and realize I've created it and I'm a higher power and I can decide whatever I want for this to be an outcome that I want. Okay? Not to live in this little persona again, as I said, or a character. And the second thing, you'll need to detach yourself. So detach from where you feel peace. And in my other video, if you watched it, Thoughts Are Not You, I explain how to properly detach yourself. And there is another one that I've posted, and I'm reading from the booklet because I wrote so much of how to do so. You can go over it and watch it. It's in the back of your head, and you become bigger. You just detach yourself for a minute or two until you're calm. And the third thing is everything is always working out perfectly and in your favor. Even if at the moment it seems like it's not, it's hurting your ego, it's hurting your higher, the higher self that you think that you are, that your persona, even if at the moment it seems like a BS, it is not. The universe knows exactly how to do you and when to do you. So you need to have that faith in this bigger power they've created leaves, food chains, bacteria, everything there is. It's so perfect and so aligned. Don't you think that if everything else somehow is working out on its own, you have to be the one making a decision now? No, you have to trust the power like everything else does it in the universe. Just let go. Know that you are higher consciousness. You know your character and you're capable of anything. So you need to get out of that character, get out of the box, and trust the universe and calm yourself down and detach yourself from everything that comes your way that isn't in your favor because it's not you. Thoughts are not you, feelings are not you. You could be anything at any moment that you choose to be by choosing your state. So, calmness is a jewel of mind. Calmness is a perfect vibration. This is where we want to be. And let go. And you will see how miraculously, maybe in a minute, maybe in an hour, maybe in a week, depending on what it is that you're contemplating about. Don't rush. Just be patient, be faithful, be calm, and know what you're worth. And you will see how miraculously things will work out for you in the best way possible. I promise you. So that's it for today, folks. I'll see you in another video, and bye now.